So today something happened that really just, I don't want to say broke my heart, but man, did I just feel so, heartbroken. And honestly, in the grand scheme of things, it's really not that big of a deal. Really, truly. But I had built up so much excitement about this thing that it all came crashing down, and I was almost in tears over it. So, a little background. My youngest daughter is 6 years old, and she is autistic and nonverbal. And so the challenges of that can be difficult at times, one of which is her not being able to communicate her emotions. She can't tell me if she's sad. She can't tell me if she's hurting. She can't tell me things like not being able to hear or not being able to see. And we have experienced a little bit of both. She was completely unable to hear several years ago. Her ears were impacted, and she never had an ear infection, anything like that. I took her to the doctor. Everything looked normal, but all the buildup just completely took her hearing away. And I thought that could be the main reason why she wasn't talking. This was before we had her diagnosis. So going through all of that, and of course the guilt and everything that you feel with thinking that you should have been able to see these things, I didn't want a repeat of that. So, I've taken her to the eye doctor, and, she can see, obviously, but I didn't know, that she was in need of glasses. And fortunately, the good thing about that was that she had a condition with her eye where her one eye was completely red, just on and off for several months. And I'd taken her to the eye doctor, got her medication, all of that. It wasn't pink eye, it wasn't contagious or anything like that. And so this condition actually, the eye doctor wasn't able to get a good look at her because she won't cooperate with, exams and stuff like that. So she referred us to Kellogg Eye Institute, and in that way we were able to get an appointment to have her put under, take care of the sty that was in her eye, find out what was going on. We got a diagnosis there, and then also check her vision. And so come to find out, she needed glasses. And in my heart of hearts, I'm thinking, oh, she's gonna be so cute with glasses. And I knew that was something that was gonna happen eventually, because everyone in our family wears glasses or contacts or whatever, so knew it was coming. And so I really felt like, oh, we're ahead of this. It didn't take a long time to figure this all out. And so, but this all happened just before the stay-at-home order, and so I was so disappointed. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to get her glasses, and I wanted to do all that, so I opted to go with an online company. This was the first time I had ever done anything like that, so I didn't really know what to expect, other than they're in business, so can't be all that bad. And I was still planning on going to our regular place to fill her prescription, because honestly, she's 6, and I don't even know if she's going to wear these things, and no doubt they're going to get lost or broken or whatever. So it'd be nice to have extras. So on May 2nd, I ordered 2 pair of glasses and got an amazing deal. Definitely worth all this trouble just for the extra pair. But I got the first pair today. They didn't even come at the same time. Whatever. This is really just different times in our life, right? So we have to have a little grace for that. So I wasn't even expecting them in the mail today. I knew they were getting shipped, but I didn't have tracking number. I didn't know when they were going to get here. So when I saw them in the mailbox, I was so excited. I just couldn't wait to put them on her. She was still sleeping, and we were debating on, do we put them on her and have her wake up and can see, or, what do we do with that? I take them out of the box, and they look really great, and I'm really excited about it. And inside the box is this little card, and it says my prescription card on it for reference for ordering in the future, and it's a coupon and whatever. And one of the eyes, one of the lenses, is completely wrong. Stronger than her prescription. And I felt so disappointed. I put the glasses up to my eyes to see if maybe they just printed the card wrong. And sure enough, they were different. And her prescription is the same in both eyes. So I was devastated. So disappointed. I was so excited for her to be able to see clearly, and then this happens. And normally I would send an email. I feel like I communicate so much better that way. I can get out everything that I want to say. I can edit. I can review and say, do I really want to say this? Is this too harsh? Is, whatever. I like doing it that way. But I felt like I needed to call and express the emotion that I had at the time. I was so disappointed. And I feel like afterwards that was a big mistake. And this is why. Given the state of emotion that I was in at the time, almost in tears, trying to explain to her what the problem was. And, they follow a script or whatever, and they have to say certain things to just kind of, I don't know. Sometimes it feels like they're brushing something under the rug. I don't know. But when it got to the point where it sounded like she was putting the blame on me. I had entered in the prescription on one of the pair of glasses the wrong number. I put a negative instead of a positive or something. And I didn't have it right in front of me. And so, I was kind of arguing with her a little bit about no, you put it in, and I got the email, and I looked over everything, and everything was correct, And I felt like she wasn't hearing me, and I felt like she was blaming me, and, my heartbrokenness turned into anger. And I said, I'm getting angry right now, and before I say anything that I'm going to regret, I'm going to hang up now. Thank you for your time. And I hung up. I wanted to email. I wanted to attach pictures and things like that. And I looked at my original email, and sure enough, I had put in the wrong number. And ironically, though, on that prescription card for the right eye, the number that I typed in wrong was actually correct on the prescription, the actual glasses that they made, and the other two numbers that were associated with it were wrong. And I felt like they weren't taking any responsibility for their part in it. And I know I made the right decision getting off of there and emailing. And so I composed an email. I apologized for my part. I was wrong in a sense. But they have quality control, and, they have all these things that this should have never happened in the first place. And as I'm composing this email, and I'm thinking about how much time this is taking between my making a phone call and composing the email, and I'm thinking, this is robbing me of time and energy and emotion, and this should have never happened in the first place. And so with all these high emotions and just deflatedness, so I can't even express how just heartbroken I was. I got through it. I was trying to be as kind as I could, give all the information, attach the pictures, of the screenshot of the email and the picture of the prescription card and all of that. And I sent it off. And this is why I'm sharing this today, because I feel like I had a major victory after all of that, and still feeling this emotion of sadness and anger and confusion and all of that, not being heard and not being understood or whatever the case may be. I paced around for a long time. It's that nervous energy, that emotional energy that you don't know what to do with. And I would tend to take that energy and go eat something. And so I went straight for a basket of stuff. And it wasn't unhealthy things, There's things specifically that I bought for myself that would be a good, nutritious snack. But I went to that basket, and as I'm looking in the basket, I stopped and I said to myself, do you even need this? Are you even hungry? And I put the basket away because my answer was, no, I don't need this. No, I'm not hungry. I just felt like I needed to do something with this energy. And so instead of eating, I decided to do this. Now, granted, I filmed a whole video and the sound quality was horrible because I was doing it in my car and the vents just blowing and it sounded horrible. I had it all uploaded and it was horrible, so I had to redo this. But it helped me feel so much better to express that and talk about that. And I really felt like, wow, that is a major win. I looked inside of myself and I looked at the bad habit that I had, and I looked at the cycles that I've gone through in the past. And I thought, no, I have self-control. I'm able to do this and say no. And so I wanted to define victory for a moment. I wanted to say that victory, yes, that is when we overcome a struggle or a challenge or whatever that we have. But victory is also when you get back up after falling flat on your face, no matter how many times you do it. Every time you get back up and move in the right direction, you have victory. And I wanted to share that. I wanted to encourage you that no matter what you're struggling with right now, even if you fall on your face over and over and over again, it's the getting back up that defines the victory for you. So get back up, no matter how many times it takes. Get back up and walk in that victory, even if it's for a short time, because every time you do it, it just gets easier and easier and easier. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you're encouraged. I hope that you can learn something from my experiences, and I really appreciate your support. So we will see you tomorrow.